Alright, how's it going everyone? Count Jinsula here, and it is day 2 of Pokemon GO Tour, and yesterday was a bit of a disaster. I did not get any shiny Kyurem after doing about, let's say about 50 raids or so. But today I'm really hoping for change. I'm really hoping that today I can get myself some really good luck. So yeah, that's going to be today. I'm going to start off by getting myself a coffee. I'm over here at Umbrella Tea House. It is one of the best places here in the Chicago suburbs. And then we're gonna go do a whole bunch of raids. That'll be today. Okay, so while I wait for my drink, if you look around in the game, there is a whole bunch of different Pokestops and gyms. It's one of the reasons why I love coming here. This is Schaumburg Town Square, and I'm wondering if I could even reach this raid from here. Yes, I can. So while I'm drinking my coffee, I'll get some raids done. I made another mistake yesterday. I did not Mega Evolve my Rayquaza and use it for these raids. That was such a huge mistake because I can get bonus candy by using a Mega Rayquaza. So I'm gonna make sure I do that. And let's also get some patrons in here. Some of you who are online. There we go. And we're about to start anyway. Really hoping for some shiny Kyurem this time around. I'm not even looking at IVs at this point. Like, I think I had maybe 2 or 3 shiny Kyurem before GO Tour. But, yeah, I didn't get any new ones yesterday, so that was very annoying. Alright, we're gonna start this in about 30 seconds, and hopefully my coffee will be here soon. Got myself an ube coffee with some milk pudding. One of the best things you can get. Breakfast of Champions. It'll definitely keep me awake for today. Really hoping for some good luck. I really do feel like yesterday was such a disaster. Oh my goodness. Going out to Navy Pier was fun. Catching all bunch of Pokemon was fun. But not getting a single shiny Kyurem out of 50 raids is insane. Especially because I don't spend money in this game. I tend to go free to play lately. And I broke that yesterday. I bought a bunch of Pokecoins specifically so that I could get a shiny Kyurem. I haven't done that in years. I've been living off of, event tickets and, the daily free Pokecoins from gym battles. And then yesterday I actually broke open the wallet to get raid passes. Didn't even get a shiny Kyurem for doing that. It's like Niantic is punishing me for spending money. But let's see what happens today. I did get myself additional raid passes. So hopefully instead of punishing me today, they'll reward me. We'll see. But here we go. This is the first Kyurem raid of the day. And I'm really hoping it's a shiny. Oh god. It would be great if we just opened up with a shiny to make up for yesterday. Alright. And oh, it's not a shiny, and it's not anything worth keeping. So, yeah. Got my coffee. It's this right here. This is a ube iced coffee. Alright, now that I finished my coffee, we're going to get a bunch of raids done. I will probably go back and forth between playing in my car and then walking around. It really depends on what's going to be spawning. But yeah, the nice thing about this area is that it's just a lot of parking everywhere. So you could literally just park in certain spots and you'll be able to touch 3 or 4 gyms. And that's precisely where I'm at right now. So it's about to turn the hour. So we're going to be starting to see some black Kyurem spawns. This is probably going to be the last one of this hour. Oh my god, I really hope this is a shiny. I really, really want a shiny Kyurem, and this is not a shiny Kyurem. Oh my god. This is such a disaster of a weekend so far. I cannot believe that it's taking me this long to get myself a shiny Kyurem. Even with Necrozma raids, I think shinies were never the issue. It was always just, you know, just do the content and you'll get what you want eventually. Not today though. I really hope this string of bad luck will, you know, will go away and I'll end up with something that's like extremely good. Maybe like a Shundo of Kyurem, that would be great. I mean, yeah, this is awful. And then I did a lucky trade yesterday, and even within that lucky trade, like, I didn't even get anything good out of that. Like, it just seems like it's just not my weekend, I will say. Do I have enough time? Oh no, it's gone already. So yeah, you can see right here, I'm touching like 3 gyms, and I can possibly even touch this one. No. But yeah, I'm gonna see what spawns right here. In the meantime, let's catch a few Zoruas. In terms of the non-legendary shinies, I think the only one that I've gotten is a couple of shiny Oshawotts. And then also yesterday, on the way home, I actually had my Go Plus. Oh, actually, speaking of which, I had my Go Plus Plus going as I was driving home. And on the way home, I actually caught this thing. Here, let me show you. Where are you? Right here, look at this. Pretty cool, huh? It's a shiny Hat Pikachu. And actually, I think I caught it during the day, actually, now that I look at it. But I don't know. I basically, when I came home, I was clearing out my Pokemon storage, and it was there. So at some point I caught it, and I didn't even realize it. Maybe I did realize it, I just forgot. But still, yeah. So let's see what is spawning. We're about to see what the raids are going to be. And not really thinking about whether or not I'm going to get a shiny Zorua. You only have like, I think like 2 or 3 minutes of Zoruas, which is kind of weird that they do that. You know, at least they should give you, I don't know, at least have them spawning around the clock. Maybe they could be an incense spawn. Yeah, I don't know. But for anyone who wants a shiny Zorua, unfortunately, it's going to be very difficult for them. Yeah, it's interesting that they have it set up this way. Alright, so what raids are we going to get? What raids are we going to get out of these 3? Can I place a Pokemon in any of these gyms? Probably not, because as I look around, this entire parking lot is full of cars, and each car has about 2 or 3 people in them. So whatever raids spawn, they are going to get filled up extremely quickly. And that is very typical for this area. Yeah, see there goes the Zorua spawns. They're already gone. Did I leave my Pokemon Go Plus Plus at home? It looks like I did, because I can't find it in my pockets. I'll look for it later. Spend some Pokestops. This is another thing that I need to do today, is hatch some more eggs. I got some Sigilif yesterday. Getting a shiny of the regionals would be nice. But I'm not gonna hold out for that. I'm not gonna, you know, expect to get any good shinies. It just seems like the shiny rate is so low this weekend. Alright, where are the raids? Where are the raids? This is taking too long. I feel like this is a complaint that I saw on Reddit. People were complaining that, you know, Niantic promised that these raids would be reset every 30 minutes, but it seems like sometimes they're bugging out, and you can't even, like, you know, like the raids won't even spawn until like maybe like 10 minutes in to the half hour. And it's already been 3 minutes and I'm not seeing anything. It's kind of annoying. I feel like Niantic should fix that. Anyway, the anticipation is pretty hot. Let's see if I can find my Go Plus Plus. It'd be really nice if I had it. Nope. Nope, nope, nope. Oh, that's odd. I literally just had it. Up, up, up. There it is. Do not leave home without it. And since I'm gonna have this connected, now I'm gonna pop all of my premium items so that in the background, while we're doing all these raids, we can collect Stardust, we can collect experience, as well as Pokemon. And I just saw that the raids are spawning. Let's jump in ASAP. We're gonna jump into this Kyurem raid. And my god, I really, really hope... Oh gosh, it's already going. Oh no, I'm not ready. Let's go, let's go. Alright, here we go. If I were to get myself a Shundo Kyurem, I'm actually thinking that I might fuse it with white Kyurem. Because I realize as much as like I PvP every so often, I definitely raid more than I PvP. In fact, the last couple of seasons, I think I didn't even PvP because all the Pokemon that I invested into, they got nerfed. So I didn't want to go through that again, where I'm trying to catch certain Pokemon, invest into them like hundreds of thousands of Stardust just to get them PvP ready, and then it switches over to the Ultra League. That tends to be what happens. And yeah, so we'll see with this new season that's coming up. I did see that they buffed Counter, which makes certain fighting types pretty good again. But we'll see. We'll see. I did give myself a rank 1 Clodsire. I think it was during GoFest, or no, it was the Community Day Classic. So it was called out, or not the Community Classic, the December Recap Community Day. That was really exciting. Not a shiny, not good IVs, pretty bad. The one thing that I feel like needs to happen with PvP is that they need to make it so that, you know, certain players with, I guess, certain players with certain advantages that are against the TOS, like spoofers and map users, they do not have such a strong advantage. I think the whole idea of the Great League with the limit is definitely interesting, but it also produces a lot of issues like that. Again, I do like the format. I think limiting the CP for the Pokemon that you use, it allows for certain Pokemon that would typically be irrelevant to actually be relevant in this game. But it also produces a lot of issues where cheaters are going to always have a strong advantage. And I do understand that rank 1 IVs are not always the most ideal, but it really sucks when you're like in a mirror match. Let's say you have an Azurill, they have an Azumarill, and they have an Azumarill, but yours is like rank 45 and theirs is a rank 1. Yes, you might get your charge attacks off before they do, but they're going to be able to take on more damage before getting knocked out. And yeah, that sort of thing does happen quite a lot. And I almost wonder if like a lot of those rank 1 players or the top rank players within like the PvP scene, if they got a lot of their Pokemon just organically by playing the game. I feel like a lot of those players probably use maps. In fact, I've talked to some players and yes, they unfortunately use, you know, coordinates, they use GPS spoofing, and because of that, that's why they're in the top ranks. So I'm not gonna rat out anyone. Obviously, I'm not gonna snitch like that, but it's just me talking about the state of PvP and why I choose not to PvP. But in case in point, I'm gonna focus on white Kyurem because it's more of the raid fusion. Plus, it looks really cool. If I get a Shundo, that's the one I will use. That's it. I went through all that spiel just to say that. Oh boy, oh boy. Oh, I didn't make it in time. Great. It's 20 people. I really enjoy raiding when it fills up to 20. Oh, wow. Okay. I really enjoy raiding like this. I don't even think it was like this yesterday at Navy Pier. It's like, this is like the one big spot in like a major suburb. So I feel like more people are going to consolidate to this area. Navy Pier, you kind of have to like drive to it, you have to pay for parking, so I think it's only going to be specifically people who live in the city. But at least out here in the suburbs, you just look for that one really nice spot that everyone knows about, and it's kind of overlaps with a lot of different communities. You're gonna see so many people there for raid days, raid hours, special events like this, and every single raid is gonna fill up to 20. Yeah. And is this a shiny? Still no shiny. Oh my gosh, this is so rough. Niantic, please. Niantic, please. So the one thing that I'm debating about right now is whether or not I want to also include Reshiram and Zekrom raids. Because, you know, I obviously have a limited number of passes. I'm definitely not going to be spending any more money this weekend. I do not feel like you know, getting shinies and shundos and all that, it's fun, it's exciting, but it's not really worth breaking the bank. I feel like lately I've been trying to be more frugal with the money that I spend. I don't want to just waste it all on raid passes and different things like that, but I'm wondering if I should spend a few passes on Zekrams and Reshirams, just because, you know, yeah, I want to focus in on getting myself shiny Kyurems, but I still need myself a good shiny Reshiram. That's one of the shinies that has been eluding me. I do have a nice shiny Zekrom, it's 96%. I can continue rating those for the Shundo. But because the chances of you getting a Shundo are so low, I'm wondering if it's like, you know, at this point, should I just focus on Kyurem, because you need yourself a good Kyurem, and the shiny of the fusion is determined by whether or not the Kyurem is shiny. I'm wondering if it's just best if I just focus on Kyurem. I do feel like that's the way to go, but at the very least, it'd be nice if I could even just get a shiny Kyurem at this point. So yeah, maybe what I'm going to do is that once I get myself a shiny Kyurem, then I'll start integrating Zekroms and Reshirams, because you can see there's quite a few Reshirams and Zekrom raids, and this one is actually, I'm wondering if this will fill up. Nope. Alright, so I'm going to jump into this one and then just start inviting. Love you, Patreon supporters. I will always try to focus on you guys, and I'm going to actually start from this side because I don't want to neglect my patrons with Z's in their name. If you ever see me online and you have a raid pass, you'll feel free to jump in on my friends list. I'll always keep that open. Yeah, everyone is welcome, you know? Like, yeah, just if you have a raid pass, just jump in. I'll try to, you know, get as much raids done as possible, especially on days like today where it's mostly a raid-focused event like GO Tour. You know, the people I like to raid with are you guys, the Patreon supporters. All of you guys are so important to me, and, you know, one of the ways I could give back is, you know, playing this game with all of you. Yeah, let's, I wish you could invite more than just 10 people. I wish you could just mass pick people and just send them out. Then I just do a search for Patreon and then just mass invite all of you. It would certainly be very convenient. Maybe you could give us the ability to group players in our friends list, Niantic, and then we could just click on that group and then send invites out to them. I think that would be really cool. It would definitely be handy for a day like today where the limit on remote raids are lifted. I just really hope that if Niantic were to sell Pokemon Go, if they were to give it to another company, I hope that other company really considers taking away the limitations to remote raids and then making them cheap again. I feel like Niantic is missing out on so much revenue, especially for days like today, and I totally get it. They do not want people to spend GO Tour just in their home. But it's like I said, it really comes down to the incentive structure. If you were to make it so that instead of nerfing remote raids in terms of the way that they did it, if they were to nerf the rewards, like make it so you get only half the candy, half the Stardust, and half the experience, and then maybe the IV floor is going to be much larger for the Pokemon, then you're still going to have a lot of people incentivized to go out and play in person. But at the same time, you're still going to give players a very good option to do things remotely. I think that's the way that they should have gone about it. But instead, what they did is they doubled the price, makes no sense, and then they made it so you could only do 5 per day. It just blows my mind how much they dropped the ball on that. So whoever comes in, takes over Pokemon Go, I really hope they change it up. Because it's currently not working at all. Whatever they're doing now, it's just not working at all. Alright, are you shiny? Nope, not a shiny. Awful IVs, 1974. My god, that's almost the min. I think the perfect IVs are going to be 2056? Really disappointed that there's no windy weather boost. That was the nice thing about yesterday. I think it's just a part of Navy Pier. It's always windy there. I had nothing but weather boosted Kyurem pretty much for the entirety of the time I was there. That was extremely nice. It was also very difficult to catch them, but getting that extra levels for some of the Pokemon that I plan to power up. You know? Yeah, it's nice. It really is nice. And I forget, do you get extra candy from weather boosted Pokemon? I don't think so. But still, yeah, it was certainly nice. You do get extra Candy XL, I believe. Or at least your chances of getting Candy XL is much higher. Additional Candy XL. So maybe there's that. But you do get the 3 for every in-person raid you do. So Candy XL is not really something I was worried about. But yeah, there's another one caught. Not even a special background. Let's see where I can go. Yeah, there is that Reshiram raid. I see 2. I see a black raid. Oh, if I can walk over here, I can go and get this one. Yeah, let's do that. All right, stepping out of the car. I know it's cold outside. It's freezing outside, actually. But we can do a short walk to get to this one. Why not? Oop. And I close the door on my seatbelt. That was ugly. All right, so let's walk over and try to grab this one. 6 people in the lobby already. Trying to get as many raids done. Oh my gosh. Let's actually do a check on how many raid passes I have at the moment. I have 44. Okay. Hopefully it won't take me 44 raids to get a shiny. Come on, Niantic. You set these rates. You know, I will say one thing that this game is missing, and I feel like it's such an essential mechanic for a game like this. This is a pure RNG based game, right? Like if you want shinies and hundos, you basically have to roll the dice every single time. Other games, some that are even more predatory than Pokemon Go, they have bad luck protection. I do not understand why we do not have bad luck protection in Pokemon Go. It's as simple as making it so that, hey, if you didn't get a shiny in, let's say, like 30 raids, the next one's going to be a guaranteed shiny. Something like that, I feel like, would be incredibly popular. It would definitely eliminate a lot of the negative buzz that players sometimes feel. I know a lot of people who get extremely burnt out and they pretty much quit Pokemon Go, or they take a very long break because, let's say, they want a particular shiny and they do not end up getting it even though they do hundreds of raids. And because of that, they just feel deflated and they just simply do not want to play the game anymore. You could prevent all of that by having bad luck protection mechanics. It just makes sense. I just feel like this is something that should be a staple for a game like Pokemon Go. I know some people will be against that idea, but in my opinion, I think it would be really great for the game. So yeah, Niantic, if you want some really good advice, add some kind of bad luck protection into this game so you don't have people like me who do almost 100 raids and not get a single shiny. That's just so brutal. But maybe that will change right now. Maybe this is the raid. Is this the raid? Come on, come on, be purple. Be purple. Nope. Nope, nope, nope. Yeah, it's rough. All right, so I found this really nice spot where I could essentially touch 4 gyms just sitting here. So I think I might just park it here for a little while. Yeah, because I feel like, you know, the less I'm out in the cold, the better. It's pretty freezing outside. It's not too bad, I will say. It's definitely better than yesterday. But yeah, I do not want to spend so much time outside, especially if I'm going to be trying to do as many raids as I can. Because one thing that I notice is that when I raid and it's too cold outside, I have a really hard time catching the Pokemon. And a big part of doing chain raiding just like this is that you catch Pokemon as soon as possible so that you could jump into the next raid. And then the more raids you could do in a short period of time, yeah, the better it's going to be. So, and I don't want to skip out on catching these these Kyurems, especially because I do have the Mega Evolution going, and on top of that, I just, you know, want to get as much candy as possible, just in case in the future I get myself something really good, like a Shundo or a Hundo. Yeah, so even though I already have enough to max out a Kyurem right now, I want to be able to max out multiple. And yeah, I really, really would just like a shiny. I'm gonna keep saying that until it happens. Yeah, so you can see You do get the guaranteed 3. Oh my god. Yeah, this is bad. Yeah, because yesterday I found that I was running from too many Kyurem raids, and then at the end of the day I was just like, oh shoot, I don't have as much candy as I could have had. And yeah, it really comes down to just trying to catch as many of these as I can as I raid as many as I can. And I also got to remember that raids are going to reset every 30 minutes. So I do have time to raid and catch and the whole kebab. So yeah, let's see here. Oh my gosh. But it is about speed, so I'm trying not to just focus on like the set circle trick and all that. I'm just trying to, you know, just catch them. Yeah, see, there you go. Really quick. Should be about 1:30 turnaround per raid. Now I can just jump into this one, which is already filling up. There you go. And this one should start really soon. Of course, the Go Plus is going all out, which is good. It's like you could focus on raids. You don't have to worry about items, and you could just continuously get a stream of Stardust. Having a Go Plus Plus is so nice. If you still do not have one, I really think you need to get on it. It's one of the best investments you can have as a Pokemon Go player. Even if you're not someone who spends money in this game, like if you're going to buy anything or spend anything for Pokemon Go, it should be a Go Plus Plus, specifically the Plus Plus. You do get access to some, you know, exclusive Pokemon. Oh gosh, we already started. You do get some exclusive Pokemon with it too. They give you the Snorlax with the sleeping cap, and that could potentially be shiny. And trust me, it's a very rare one. Not a lot of players have the shiny of that. You might be lucky and get yourself one. Yeah. So, yeah, I say that if you do not have a Plus Plus, you should get one. It's my little plug for it. I'm not sponsored by Niantic. I'm not making this plug out of any sort of obligation. I'm just specifically saying it out of just my own personal experiences. It's such a great purchase. But yeah, that's raid number 2 within about 5 minutes. This is, I think, my 10th raid today. Not a shiny, not good IVs. Seems to be the story of every single raid since yesterday. My god, what an awful, awful event. I will say, and I did say this yesterday, that I did get myself a Shundo during GoFest, and it was for Necrozma. And I did say during that event, that if I expended all of my rating luck on that Shundo, I would have been fine with it. And a little bit of me is regretting saying that, but it's true. Like, if I don't get anything good out of this Go Tour event, I will at least still have that Shundo Necrozma and, you know, still feel good about my account. But, yeah, it'd be really nice if I could get a Shundo Kyurem as well. I know I'm being greedy, but there's some players out there who will do thousands of raids. I know someone who has done tens of thousands of raids. They will never get a Shundo in their life. The chances of getting one are just so slim. But still, it'd be nice if I could get a second one. I also know players who have done maybe no more than 1,000 raids, and they already have like 2 or 3 Shundos from raids. I know players like that as well. And that's the nature of RNG, random number generator. Like, everything in this game is a dice roll, and you never know what you're gonna get. In a lot of ways, that's actually a lot of fun. I think games like that, hey, it can be quite rewarding, but it could also be very punishing as well. Very unforgiving. It's like the nature of slot machines, right? You go to a casino, you put in $1 or $5 or $20, you spin the slots, you might hit it big, or you're gonna be short whatever money you put in. So yeah, that's the nature of a game like this. The one thing is, there's going to be players out there who spend hundreds of dollars a month, a week on Pokemon Go, trying to get certain things. You just have to be willing to put in what you're willing to lose. And when it comes to Pokemon Go, I feel like I used to play so hard. I gave Niantic so much money back in the day. And nowadays, it's like, I just feel like it's not worth it. I have a lot of stuff already. I realized a lot of that stuff I got without having to spend money, like through lucky trades, different things like that. So because of that, I just feel like I'm at a point where there's nothing really where I have to break the bank for. Like, there's not going to be like a hundo legendary that I absolutely need. A lot of that stuff I have already obtained, like Rayquaza, Raikou, Necrozma. You know, there's a lot of stuff like that. So for me, it's like, you know, at this point, it's just like whatever I get, that's what I'm going to get. And I enjoy the game so much that way. I feel like if you're someone who is just so disappointed all the time because you're spending so much money in this game and you're not getting the Pokemon that you want, I would say reevaluate. Like, cut down on your spending, cut down on your rating time. Obviously, Niantic wouldn't want me to say that, but really put yourself in a healthy place. Otherwise, you're going to end up getting burnt out and you're going to quit this game, and I don't think Niantic would want that either. So yeah, that's just something to consider, and it's just speaking off my own experiences, because I used to get so burnt out playing this game. I would spend hundreds of dollars every week. I would dedicate, 20, 30 hours rating every single week. It was basically a second job, and instead of earning money, I was spending money. And yeah, it got to a point where I was very burnt out. Sure, it did produce a lot of results. I did get myself a few 100% IV legendaries. I got myself a few Pokemon like high IV shinies and shundos and different things like that. But at the same time, it's like one of those things where you really have to just play the game as much as you're willing to put into it. If you're willing to put in a lot of money into this game, spend a lot of money and have fun. If you're willing to put in a certain number of hours, only play for those hours. Otherwise, yeah, burnout is definitely a thing with this game. And I'll be honest with you, I'm feeling a little burnt out not getting myself even a low IV shiny Kyurem. At least if I could get a shiny Kyurem, I could like use it for trades. Maybe I could do some mirror trades for shiny Kyurems. Like if I had a shiny Kyurem with a special background, for example, with Glaciate, I could trade it with someone else with the same thing, with my lucky trade. And then I could get a Shundo or a high IV shiny that way. And then I could fuse that, and my collection would feel really good. That's some of the things that I'm planning, but it's not coming to plan. Plans are not working out. So hopefully my luck will change, because this is pretty ridiculous.
2 hours later.
Alright, at this point, I'm starting to feel like today is going to be just like yesterday. Oh, yikes. I have done about 12 raids already. This is actually number 13. I did a check on my passes, and yeah, all of them are under 2,000, and they're not shiny. It's crazy. Given the rates, you would think that I would have gotten one by now. Just imagine you're playing a community day and the first 100 catches, none of them are shiny. It's basically the same thing at this point, but I think the shiny rate is actually higher than what you would get during a community day. So it's crazy that I still don't have even one shiny yet. Like, I have those thoughts of oh, it'd be nice if I can get myself a high IV shiny. I don't even think that's gonna happen. I don't even think I'm gonna have my own shiny. This is crazy. I think during Go Fest, within about, I want to say 10 Necrozma raids, I was able to get a 96% shiny. So generally that's how it feels. Like, I'll at least get something that's like a shiny that's over 90%. Oh gosh, and I think the game just froze. Oh, that's great. Yeah. Nice, Niantic. Add insult to injury. Yeah, it's been a rough GO Tour, honestly. Oh, yeah. I feel like these sort of experiences, because they're so heavily involved with RNG, that you could have a really great experience or you could have a very crummy experience, and it really just comes down to your luck. Oh my god, this is definitely burning me out. I don't think I'm ever going to raid like this ever again. Oh, Niantic, oh lord. Oh, finally. Oh my god. The drought is over. The drought is over. Oh lord. Okay, 2026 is not that great, but I don't care. Finally a shiny. Oh my lord. Oh, the drought is over. My god. I'm gonna see how many raid passes it took to finally get a shiny. Oh, that was rough. Oh boy, that was rough. 91%? No, 93%. Okay. Okay. That's fine. 15 attack. Glaciate. Okay, so this one is fusible. It's fusible. Oh my lord, what a rough weekend. what a very rough weekend. But here, let me recap for you. So I will say, as much as it was difficult to get this shiny, really glad that I was finally able to. All right, you know what? Say it for what it is. I did so many Kyurem raids thinking like, hey, I might get myself a really good shiny over the weekend. That didn't happen. Actually, let's see how many raid passes I have left, so you can kind of gauge how many raids it took to finally get a shiny. 14 raid passes left. So let me see. I came in with 50 premium raid passes in the beginning of today because I went and bought this thing right here. So 50 raid passes today. It took me 36 today. Yesterday I did 51 raids. Oh, and then today I did what is it? The free raid pass as well. So that's 50 plus 36 plus 2, that's 88 raids. It took 88 raids to get a shiny. Let's see if I end up getting more by the end of the day, but yeah, I'm gonna call it here. There you go, everyone. Finally got myself a shiny Kyurem. Finally got it. Yo, what a rough weekend. But I'm not going away empty-handed, at least. I did pick this up. Look at that. And if you look at the IVs, not bad. So there you go. Shiny Sigilif. I got another one of these today. So today was a little bit better than yesterday. So yeah, there you go. Shiny Kyurem after 88 raids. Ridiculous. Crazy. But yep, that's going to be it. That's the Go Tour experience. I'm pretty sure a lot of people had very similar experiences to me, and I was long overdue for a very, very bad luck filled weekend. So yeah, that's it. That's the end of Go Tour. I'll hopefully get some better luck next time. Go Fest 2025. I'm feeling it. Shundo Mewtwo, something like that. I don't know, but yeah. Hope you enjoyed the vid, everyone. I'll catch y'all later.
Jinsula와 함께해.